Leo, we have been here this morning to discuss the issue of refugees, and I think there is a very serious conversation that has started on the issue of refugees and the impact of refugees into our country, and specifically to our region, where I come from, Garissa County. We got a lot of representation from leaders, from the government itself, and it is very clear we have no policy on refugee management in this country. We have no data on refugees in this country. And the issue is UNHCR has taken over part of our country and manages a number of almost a population of 800,000 people without any input from the national government on our government. Therefore, we are calling upon the national government to take charge of its responsibility to ensure that we have a policy on how we will manage refugees in this country. We need to have a database on the refugees in this country, which we don't have. Going down to to Garissa and Dadaab and Agadera and Fafi constituencies, where refugees are hosted for the last 32 years. 32 years we have been generous enough as a community from northern Kenya or from Garissa hosting the refugees in our country without compensation from the United Nations, who have a responsibility to protect and take care of refugees in the world. We have total destruction of our environment. UNHCR is encouraging destruction of the environment by giving out contracts to suppliers and contractors to supply firewood to the refugees. So UNHCR must find an alternative source for power or alternative source for energy for these refugees. It cannot continue the way it is because the region has been turned into desert. This is very serious, and I don't know why Kenya as a country, as a government, we are not looking at this issue. Now, there is this issue of Ushirika plan. Let me tell you, this Ushirika plan is a plan by the international community because they can no longer fund or sustain refugees in our camps, in these camps. So now they want to take up kutuachia mizigo. Where do you get refugees sustaining themselves in terms of employment? Sisi wenyewe as a country, our youth don't have jobs. So where do you want the refugees to get jobs from? That means you are increasing the competition for the little available opportunities for Kenyans. So UN and United Nations must not leave us with a burden. They either return the refugees into their country, or they continue sustaining and maintaining the way they are, because we don't. The host communities are not benefiting adequately for the hosting these communities. We are talking about hospital facilities. They are enjoying free hospital services. They don't. Our communities don't enjoy that facility. The school, the same thing. So we are not going to sit down and watch things as they are. One issue, Garissa Dadaab Road, about 100 kilometers, Garissa Dadaab Road has completely been destroyed by the trucks that are supplying food and other items to the refugee camps. We are no longer able to use these small vehicles we have. UN has refused to tarmac that road for the last 30 years or support the national government for that. So UNHCR, we must come out clear on this issue. This issue, we are not going to leave it on the boardroom discussion.